All right, everybody, welcome back. We are diving deep today, and we're going all the way to Ghana.
Ghana.
Yeah, to explore a really fascinating approach to healthcare.
Cool.
We're going to be taking a close look at a place called the Naime Emba Natural Herbal Clinic.
Okay.
And, we love those unique sources around here, and all we've got for this one is a flyer.
Just a flyer, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty interesting, though, right?
Yeah, that is interesting. Just a single flyer. Well, I guess.
You can get a lot from a flyer. So let's see what we can unpack here. Okay, so first of all, it looks like this clinic is located in a town called Nyanfeku Ekrefo.
Nyanfeku Ekrefo.
Yeah. Try to say that 3 times fast.
Uh-huh. No, thank you.
I know, right? Anyway, it seems to be pretty rural.
Okay.
The flyer mentions it's right across from the Methodist Basic School and on the road between Yamanansa and Burudonkwa. So, we're not talking about a bustling city center here.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like they're kind of out there a bit.
Yeah. So what do you think that tells us about the people they might be serving?
Well, if they're in a more rural area, it makes you think about access to healthcare,
Yeah.
Like maybe people in that community don't have a lot of other options.
Maybe they're further away from bigger hospitals or specialists.
Exactly. Or maybe transportation is difficult, so they need something closer to home.
Exactly. So they could be feeling a real need there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Look at the list of services they offer on this flyer.
Right.
Acupressure, physiotherapy, massage.
Interesting.
Sounds pretty standard, right?
Yeah, so far.
But then they've got herbal treatments listed right there with laboratory tests and scans.
Whoa. Okay, so they're mixing it up a bit.
Yeah.
Like traditional and modern all in one place.
Right. It's a pretty unique combination.
Yeah, that's not something you see every day.
And this is what I find fascinating.
What's that?
Like, what is the philosophy behind this approach?
Right. Like, are they just offering a little bit of everything, or is there a deeper thought process?
Yeah. Do they believe in using both traditional and modern methods together? Or do they choose one or the other?
Or maybe depends on the patient or the condition.
Yeah. There are so many possibilities.
Absolutely.
And it makes you wonder if this reflects a larger trend in Ghana's healthcare system.
Yeah, like, is this a sign that things are shifting towards a more integrated approach to medicine?
That's a great question.
Something to think about.
Okay, so the flyer also highlights some specific conditions that they specialize in.
Okay, like what?
They list stroke, high cholesterol diabetes, and hypertension.
Interesting choices.
Right. It's a pretty specific set of chronic conditions.
It is.
What do you make of that?
Well, all of those conditions are often linked to the lifestyle factors. Diet, exercise, stress.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder if their approach takes those factors into account.
Right. Like maybe they're not just treating the symptoms, but they're looking at the bigger picture. Maybe they're incorporating lifestyle changes, dietary advice, and who knows, maybe even stress management techniques alongside their herbal remedies.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then, of course, they've got the modern medicine side of things, too.
Right. So potentially they're finding ways to combine those approaches to effectively manage these chronic conditions.
Exactly. So it could be this really holistic approach.
It's like they're looking at the whole person, not just the disease.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense for chronic conditions because they often require long-term management.
Exactly. So what we seem to have here is this fascinating little clinic, the Naime Emba Natural Herbal Clinic, tucked away in rural Ghana.
Right. And they might be a real lifeline for that community, bridging the gap in healthcare access.
Yeah. And they're doing it by embracing both the traditional and the modern, the old and the new.
It's a pretty amazing story, even just from a single flyer.
It is, right? And I think it opens up a lot of bigger questions, too.
Like what?
Well, could this model be a solution for other underserved communities around the world?
That's a good question.
Places that maybe lack access to affordable health care or maybe prefer a more culturally sensitive approach.
Yeah, those are all important factors.
It really makes you think.
It does. It makes you wonder if this kind of integration could be the future of healthcare in some ways.
Right, combining the best of both worlds to really meet people's needs.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think that's a great place to leave it for today.
A lot to ponder, for sure.
So much to think about from just a single flyer.
It really goes to show that you never know where you'll find inspiration.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive to Ghana.
Until next time.
Take care.